I think the first and most important thing which has worked for Naukri, actually I became an entrepreneur in 1990 and we launched Naukri in 97. For 7 years we drifted doing small stuff, a lot of small ideas, which I was very happy then, doing small things, but always looking forward to doing something bigger. So I think one big learning is if you solve an unsolved problem, you will hit a hot button and growth will happen. So today, when we look at new business opportunities, we look at what problem are we solving or what unsolved problems are we solving. So if the problem is already solved, तो आपकी कोई जरूरत नहीं है. And then you are then trying to compete and you are follower and me too, and it's very hard. So you have to solve an unsolved problem, and if the unsolved problem is such that it is felt by a large number of people, hopefully you will end up building a large company. Right? It's perfectly fine to build a small company. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly fine to stay a small company, so long as you're doing great work, your customers are happy, your employees are happy, your shareholders are happy, you are profitable. I think it's fine. But in general, if you want to build a large company, you should be focusing on or addressing an unsolved problem that is felt by a large number of people. So when I look back on what Naukri did, and I had no idea that, when we first launched Naukri, I never sort of approached it that I must solve an unsolved problem. But in hindsight, that's what we did. There was a problem. It was unsolved. We went out and solved it. We were the first to solve it. And we had a 3-year lead before competition came in. So that's what worked for us initially. Or that is a big step up. So when you're addressing new opportunities, new markets, new products, new businesses, I think one of the first questions you must ask is, am I solving an unsolved problem? Yeah. For some people. Yeah. The second thing that I think has worked for us, see, I'm not a techie, yet we're running an internet company. None of my co-founders were really techies. If you look at the 3 directors, the 3 promoters, we're not techies. Now, it's been wonderful if one of us had been a techie, because that's been a big advantage. But what we did have, and what I personally had, is that I knew the customer. Yeah. So technology was one piece of it, which we got right. But the bigger thing we got right, because everybody we were competing with knew the technology, but we knew the customer best. So, and I think all of us who are entrepreneurs here know that you've got to be in touch with your customer yourself. So while you could have a head of sales, you could have a whole sales team, I still meet customers, and I still try and understand customers, and because when you understand customers, right, they will tell you what the unsolved problems are. When you meet them, they will tell you what the unsolved problems are. So you'll identify opportunities much better, and therefore the products you create or the services you create will fulfill an unmet need. They'll solve an unsolved problem. So the second point I want to make was to meet your customers and know your customers well, and meet your customers yourself. You can delegate, but also meet your customers yourself.